Hi, I'm Jennifer, and I am a craft blogger at thecraftpatchblog.com, and today I'm going to take you on a tour of my WorkBox. Let's start on the left-hand side. I love that these little narrow shelves make it easy for me to organize my craft paint. And then I have paintbrushes and gel pens and all of my scissors. Actually, it's not even all my scissors. I have more than this, but they're over there. These are a few of the glues that I use often. And then I've got washi tape and some of my embroidery hoops down below. I love these little Velcro pouches because it makes it easy to grab something and take it to the place I'm working. This section is mostly for paper crafting. These bins all have scrapbook paper, and I just have them organized by cardstock is all together, and then patterned paper is together, and I kept them in rainbow order because that's kind of my jam. This bin has this little pull-out divider, so it makes it great for holding all of these little embellishments that I use for paper crafts. Everything from confetti and glitter and little decorative letters. Each one has a little home and is divided neatly. And these little drawers are one of my favorite parts about the WorkBox because I have so many small things that need a home, and these are really flexible. So something like markers, I can put one divider in the center and then have my markers divided up like this. But if I need just a small section, I can divide off one space, or if I need a longer section, I can keep it open. These are some of my floral craft supplies. This is one of my favorites. It's got all these cute knobs, decorative knobs for using on projects. And I have a lifetime supply, so I'll never have to buy another decorative knob. This box has everything I need if I want to watercolor. I've been trying to teach myself how to watercolor, and so when the mood strikes me, I can pull out this bin, and I've got paint, paper, even cups to hold water. I love to sew, and so all of my sewing notions are in another of these divided containers. It's nice to be able to see exactly what I have, and sometimes it even inspires me because I think, I haven't made any bias tape in a long time. I have an entire drawer full of pom-poms, and it reminds me that I do not need to buy more at the store. And then this center section, I organized all of my yarn by color, and it really does inspire me when I look at these colors. It makes me want to crochet. This little candy box wrapper was just the perfect size to slide right into this cubby, and so I thought it would be the perfect place to hold my hand lettering pens. These three drawers hold the craft supplies that I use a lot. This one is glue sticks and hot glue sticks. Some of my tools like pliers, hole punches. I love to use old gift cards when I'm doing vinyl projects because it's a good scraper. And this last drawer is where I keep my glue guns. This section through here is kind of my party supply section. I've got paper party goods, sprinkles, cupcake toppers, garlands, twinkle lights. This is an entire drawer full of decorative napkins because I obviously have a problem buying those. Goodie bags, all different colors, all different kinds. This is another great drawer because it holds all of my jewelry findings, so I can keep my beads and other notions and everything all separated, but it's all in one container, so I can pull this out and work on a jewelry project and then put it all back in here and slide it back in. This is for my kids, craft supplies for kids. These are things they know they're allowed to use, so if they want to come in here, they're allowed to get into this drawer. These are paper straws, mostly for staging photos for my blog, and then I've got all my ribbon, and I like that I can sort my ribbon by color and keep the bigger pieces wound up, and these dividers keep everything tidy and separate. This is the full skeins of embroidery floss. The pretty ones go in the front and the big messy ones go in the back. I love this bin full of yarn balls because then when I'm working on a project and I just need a little bit of yarn, I can come here first and try to use up some of my small pieces that are too small to make a whole project out of. These are some seasonal craft supplies. So I've got things for the 4th of July. This is a Christmas ornament that I had an idea and never got around to doing, so I'll have to wait till next year to finish that up. The supplies that I use the most are kind of at eye level, and the things that I maybe don't use as often I tried to put down lower. Look how perfectly these all fit into this bin. These are just blank cards and all of the envelopes that go with it, and that's just one of those small things that makes me so happy that they just fit so perfectly. One of my favorite craft organizers that I had in my craft room before were these thread holders. They are one of my favorite finds. I got them at a thrift store and it was like the score of the century, and I really wanted to find a way to use them. So I attached them on this side. I don't know if you can see, the Velcro really blends in, but I had some Velcro strips and I wrapped them around this top part of the wire and just stuck them right to this Velcro backing, and I'm so glad that I was able to put this personalized touch in my workbox because these thread holders just really make me happy. So this is a little zippy pouch that holds some different tools, and I wanted to keep them all together, and so I just stuck the grippy side of the Velcro on the back of this pouch that I already had, and now it attaches perfectly right to my workbox. I love that every space in the workbox is utilized. Under the desk is a great place where I keep my sewing machine and my serger. These supply boxes just slid in there perfectly, and I love how every square inch is full of all of my craft goodies. Another fun way that I customized my workbox to fit my style, this is just some pretty wrapping paper. I cut it down to size and used double-sided tape to stick it onto these panels. And whenever I see a plain surface, my crafty brain thinks, we can't have plain, let's do something to it. So I just loved this pattern and thought it would make me happy and inspire me to create. Thanks for joining me on this tour of my scrap box. If you would like creative craft ideas and tutorials, you can visit my blog at thecraftpatchblog.com.